In the early 2000s, I had the opportunity to go to Uganda and to Thailand and to India. It was there that I first met young boys and young girls who were sold into sex trafficking. I met young boys who were kidnapped from their villages and forced to be child soldiers. It was then that I knew I had to be a part of stopping human trafficking. In 2012, we started Unbound. We really started with a dream in our heart. What would it look like to mobilize the church and activate local communities to fight human trafficking? Originally, we really thought we would do more international work, but as we began researching how much domestic, minor sex trafficking was happening in our own communities, we knew we had to start right here at home.
We have teamed up with Unbound, which Susan Peters is a part of, and they have helped us tremendously in our effort to fight human trafficking. And the part that Susan plays with Unbound in helping the Sheriff's Department is determining the difference between the offenders, the criminals, and the victims. And so Susan helps us, separates those two, and she will be on some of the stings with us in the motel rooms where the young girls are coming in. And so she will take the young people that are being trafficked against their will, and we put them in a safe location and try to get them out of the lifestyle that they've been forced into, that they do not want to be part of. And so she is a very integral part of the Sheriff's Department's objective to fight human trafficking. We appreciate that so much.
Susan Peters has been a fantastic partner in the fight against human trafficking in Waco, Clinton County, and the surrounding communities. I think it's fair to say that without her effort and support, we would not be where we are today in terms of education, awareness, support for law enforcement, training, and most importantly, support for the victims. So thank you, Susan. I know you're not in it for the recognition, but the award is well deserved.
Susan's commitment to this work has not only made a difference in individual lives by rescuing them from human trafficking, but it's made a difference in our community. It's made a difference across the state. It's made a difference in other parts of the country. And in fact, her work through Unbound has made a difference in other parts of the world. The ripple effect that she has had through her work has impacted so many lives and organizations that we couldn't begin to summarize those today. But because of her and her commitment, she's changed countless lives.
I've worked for Susan for the past 3 years. I'm constantly amazed at her ability to stay passionate and envisioned for the work of fighting human trafficking. She carries that passion in her own heart, but she also is amazing at envisioning and pulling into the fight leaders in our community, in our nation, and around the world. At the same time, she's a fun, empowering leader that leads her team to do their best at all times.
Susan and I have served together for over 15 years at Antioch Community Church. She is one of my best friends. There are many wonderful things I could say about Susan, but I have chosen 2 things to highlight today. Number 1, Susan is an authentic woman. She is honest. You never have to wonder where she stands, you never have to wonder what her vision is, and you never have to wonder who she ultimately serves, and that is the Lord Jesus. Number 2, Susan is an encourager, and for me, that has meant she shows me my blind spots, she helps me make decisions, and she gives me wise counsel for life and for ministry. I love you so much, my friend, and I'm so proud of you.
We started with a dream. What would it be like to have teachers and attorneys and law enforcement officers and moms and dads and students give up their time and their resources to combat this as a community? At first, it was really challenging. People didn't believe that it was happening right here at home. But the more we trained, the more we went into the juvenile detention centers and group homes and worked with CPS and the foster care system, and were able to identify victims and see them get on a road to recovery, see traffickers prosecuted, then our community has really come alive to fight this. Now we have Unbound chapters around the U.S. and international works. And so we are excited not only about the work Unbound's been able to do, but many other wonderful organizations that we are going to see an end to human trafficking.